In the world of survival, the tools you choose can mean the difference between life and death. But what if I told you that some of the most common tools could be the very things that get you killed? Today, we're going to uncover the hidden dangers of seemingly reliable survival gear. From knives to fire starters, these tools might look like lifesavers, but in the wrong hands or the wrong situation, they could be your downfall. Stick around as we expose the risks and show you how to avoid making deadly mistakes. Cheap survival knives. The survival knife is often seen as the cornerstone of any survival kit, but not all knives are created equal. Cheap survival knives are a major hazard. They might look sturdy, but when push comes to shove, they can fail you when you need them the most. Imagine trying to cut through tough material, and suddenly the blade snaps, leaving you with nothing but a broken tool. Or worse, the blade could shatter and cause serious injury, leaving you vulnerable in a critical situation. A cheap knife isn't just a waste of money, it's a ticking time bomb. The blade might not hold an edge, the handle could be uncomfortable or even break under pressure, and the materials used might not withstand the elements. When you're out in the wild, a reliable knife is your lifeline. Don't skimp on quality. Invest in a knife that's been tested and proven, something that can handle the toughest tasks without failing you. Your life could depend on it. Inferior fire starters. Fire is essential for warmth, cooking, and signaling for help, but relying on an inferior fire starter can be a deadly mistake. Many survivalists carry cheap lighters or low-quality magnesium fire starters, thinking they'll be enough to get a fire going in any condition. The reality? These tools can fail at the worst possible moment. A cheap lighter might run out of fuel or break when you need it most, and low-grade magnesium starters might not produce enough sparks to ignite your tinder. Imagine being in a cold, wet environment, desperate to get a fire going. You pull out your fire starter, only to realize it's barely functioning. As the temperature drops and hypothermia sets in, the importance of a reliable fire starter becomes painfully clear. Always opt for high-quality, weather-resistant tools and practice using them in various conditions. A fire starter that works flawlessly in your backyard might not perform the same in the wilderness. Unreliable water filters. Water is life, but drinking contaminated water can be fatal. That's why many survivalists carry water filters. However, not all filters are reliable. Some low-cost or poorly designed filters might fail to remove harmful bacteria, viruses, or chemicals from your water. The danger is that you won't know something's wrong until it's too late. By the time you start experiencing symptoms of waterborne illness, you could already be in serious trouble. Consider this scenario. You're out in the wilderness, far from civilization, and your only water source is a murky stream. You rely on your filter, believing it's making the water safe to drink. But what if that filter isn't doing its job? You could be ingesting harmful pathogens that lead to severe dehydration, vomiting, or even death. To avoid this, always choose water filters from reputable brands, and make sure they're capable of filtering out a wide range of contaminants. When it comes to your health, cutting corners is never worth the risk. If you're serious about ensuring you and your family have access to clean, safe water no matter what, you need to check out the Freedom Water System. It's a comprehensive guide that shows you exactly how to filter and purify water in any situation. I've dropped the link in the comments. Go grab your copy now and start taking control of your water supply today. Don't wait until it's too late. Click that link and get prepared. Subpar flashlights and lanterns. Light is crucial in a survival situation, whether you're navigating through the dark, signaling for help, or keeping potential threats at bay. But relying on subpar flashlights or lanterns can leave you stranded in the dark, literally. Cheap batteries, fragile bulbs, and poorly constructed casings are common problems with low-quality lighting tools. Imagine being in the middle of a dense forest at night, and your flashlight suddenly flickers out, leaving you blind and vulnerable. A subpar flashlight isn't just an inconvenience, it's a safety hazard. Without reliable light, you could easily become disoriented, injure yourself, or miss critical signs of danger around you. Always invest in high-quality lighting tools with long battery life, durable construction, and waterproof features. And don't forget to carry spare batteries or a backup light source. When night falls, you'll be glad you're prepared. Faulty climbing gear. If your survival situation involves climbing or rappelling, using faulty gear can be deadly. Rope, Harnesses, carabiners, and other climbing equipment must be in top condition to ensure your safety. Using worn-out or low-quality gear increases the risk of failure, which could result in a fatal fall. Picture this. You're halfway up a cliff, and your rope suddenly snaps or your harness gives way. The result is catastrophic. Climbing gear is not something to gamble with. Always inspect your equipment before use, looking for signs of wear, fraying, or damage. Choose gear that's been rated for the specific conditions you'll be facing, and never exceed its load limits. Your life is literally hanging by a thread when you're climbing, so make sure that thread is as strong and reliable as possible. So, there you have it. The tools that could turn your survival situation into a deadly disaster. It's easy to be tempted by cheap gear, but remember, when your life is on the line, quality matters. Whether it's a knife, fire starter, water filter, flashlight, or climbing gear, always choose tools you can trust. Don't let inferior equipment be the reason you don't make it home. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with your fellow survivalists. And don't forget to check out the links in the comments for gear recommendations that won't let you down when it counts. Stay safe, stay prepared, and always prioritize quality over cost.